Dallas, Dallas, Dallas. You guys were so close. You guys almost had it, but kept shooting yourselves in the foot with penalties in the most critical times. 14 to be exact, tying it for the most in playoff history. And yet you still almost won it. This team was really talented all around and could have made a run for the Super Bowl, but as we move forward, this team has made some interesting moves, and the question remains, will this team be as good as last year, or will they see a setback? I'll be breaking it down, but first, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Gridiron Bets, where I break down all the research needed for you to make the best moves on fantasy and to win some money on the sports books. If that sounds good to you, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it helps me beat this YouTube algorithm. Now let's get back to the video. Looking at their passing stats, they were a top 3 passing team, being 3rd in yards per game, completion percentage, touchdowns, and QBR. They were only sacked 33 times and threw 11 interceptions, which are both better than average stats. Overall, that team was loaded from the O-line to the receivers, backs, and QB, which definitely helped a lot with their success. The run game was above average, being 7th in yards per carry, 9th in rushing yards, and 17th in touchdowns. These stats are on the more impressive side, seeing as they were only 12th in attempts. Lately, Zeke has been kind of slowing it down, but Tony Pollard is proving to be a really good backup, keeping that run game alive. The Cowboys have lost some talent on the offense like Amari Cooper, Connor Williams, Lyle Collins, and Cedric Wilson, who were all starters and big reasons why they won so many games. Their offense is seeing a downgrade, but the question is, how bad is it? Starting with the O-line, you still have Tyron Smith, Connor McGovern, and Zach Martin, who are all Pro Bowlers. And then you have last year's backups Terrence Steele and Tyler Biadasz. Tyler Smith was also picked up in the first round and has potential to be a starter. This O-line still looks like a good group, but without Lyle and Connor Williams, I expect a downgrade in this offense's overall performance. Add to the fact that Amari Cooper is gone and it doesn't sound like the trend is going upward. You still have CeeDee Lamb, who's a beast, Michael Gallup, who is mid and hasn't been the same since his second season, and Dalton Schultz, who's a solid tight end. The Cowboys also added James Washington from the Steelers, who should be just as good if not better than Cedric Wilson. Dak is still there, he had his best season last year, but Zeke is on the downtrend of his career. On the upside, Pollard has been performing better and better each year, and he should be one of their best assets. Overall, this offense still looks pretty good, but are one player away from being average. Defensively, they had a pretty good season, forcing the most turnovers in the league with 34, caused the 13th most sacks, and gave up the 7th least amount of points, which counteracted the fact that they would give up a lot of yards both in the air and on the ground. Now looking at their defense, they lost Randy Gregory and added Dante Fowler Jr. to the team, but that's pretty much the only solid addition they added on this defense. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, Tristan Hill, Dorrance Armstrong, and Odighizuwa on the D-line, which isn't even a top 10 line in my opinion. Still, you have Leighton Vander Esch, Micah Parsons, Dante Fowler Jr., and Jabril Cox at linebacker. In the secondary, the whole gang is still there. Trevon Diggs, Kelvin Joseph, Anthony Brown, and Jordan Lewis are the cornerbacks, and Malik Hooker, Jaron Kearse, and Donovan Wilson are at safety. This defense might actually do better than last year since they have more experience with each other, and usually when there are no major changes to the team, they perform about the same unless the offense just crumbles. The linebacker group should be top 10 in the league this year, but I doubt they'll be top 5, and that DB group should be good at forcing turnovers, but I could see having a tough time against the Eagles or Giants, mainly because that D-line will be slow to rush the pass or would have a tough time stopping the run. As we look at the schedule, the NFL ranked this the second easiest schedule in the season. Right away, you notice a mix of tough and easy games. They should have no trouble winning against the bottom half teams, and I predict the Cowboys to go 11-6, making the playoffs and losing like always, but overall I could see them doing really well so long as their receivers don't get hurt. Let me know how you feel about this team, and what do you think their record will be? Let us know in the comment section below. And by the way, if you bet on NFL games, click on the link below and visit thegridironbets.com. I go over all the research for each game so you don't have to. I also show you my picks and host a group chat for NFL bettors, giving you everything you need to have the best betting experience possible. It's convenient, it's free, and from what I've seen, there's nothing like it. With that being said, if you enjoyed my content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe as it helps me beat this YouTube algorithm. That's it for this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.